Avinash can confirm first.
Yeah,
Okay, recording. Yeah, fine. That's fine.
yeah. Avinash is doing it right. So I take an opportunity to introduce today's speaker, Mr. Atul Grover. He's a very passionate technocrat and has been working with Fujitsu from a long time, having a very strong passion to contribute for the student rural development of the students. And we have heard him many times. I have been observing him on LinkedIn, like very passionately he has been contributing for the social development, and he always desires to contribute for the youth empowerment as far as technology is concerned. And we were discussing from long back, like when we can have a session. And then like Atul sir, it is really great, and thank you very much that you have taken a time for our students, and you will be guiding our students on further technologies, how market is expecting, what students should prepare, and how they should be ready for getting into industries. So before we start the session, I request everybody, if you can switch on your videos, we can take one selfie and then we can start up. So Atul sir, please, you also.
Sir, I have very old configuration laptop with me, so it's not allowing me to for
Okay.
the video now. Sorry,
Okay.
sorry
Okay.
for the same.
No issue. So other students, please switch on your video, and I request Avinash to please take a snap. Everybody, please. Kumar sir, Avinash done?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Done? Shall we
Done.
proceed for the session? All
Yes,
right.
sir.
All right. So I request Atul sir to please take a charge and start the session, please, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you
Atul sir,
so much,
over to
student.
you.
Yep. Okay. Hope you are able to hear me now. And so first I'll start. Thank
Yes,
you so
yes,
much,
yes.
sir, for giving me the opportunity to interact with the students during this lockdown time period. Even though we already interacted in person as well in the last, I guess, 25th of January, I was in your college for the
Right,
interaction, and second time I'm interacting with this
right,
batch or the students with now. Okay, so friends, first thing I want to be tell very clear that this session is not like a lecture. Okay, this is a knowledge sharing session which I learned from my 12 year of experience and want to share with you. So you can ask the question that what will happen and how you can do this thing. If I know, then definitely I will answer. If I don't know, then definitely I'll give you the context so that you can later on contact me on my WhatsApp or the LinkedIn, and then we can continue with the discussions as well. Okay, so now I'm sharing my screen with you guys. Okay, I guess that someone is sharing the screen. Okay, you are view. Can I guess someone is sharing the screen, sir. Saurabh is there who's sharing the screen. Can you ask her to
Saurabh,
stop the screen sharing?
Saurabh, please, will you stop your screen? Saurabh ji. Hello.
Because I can see
Saurabh.
Saurabh Khartobe, someone is there.
Yeah, yeah. Saurabh. Hello. Avinash, is it possible to connect him? Like he's not responding. Hello,
Or maybe
Saurabh.
you can take it
I'm.
out from the.
Yes, sir. I'm doing. Yeah.
Yep. Now it's look fine. Okay, now it's fine,
All
sir.
right. Okay, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. 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 So just let me know when you're able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfectly fine, sir. So guys, one thing I want to be start from here that I hear this saying somewhere that on time is always a late. Okay, it means that whenever someone inviting you for any kind of event, it can be a birthday, it can be a party, it can be lecture, it can be session, it can be anything. So be there at least 5 minutes before the given time. that is the one thing which I learned from my experience, that on time is always late. So like in this session also we wait, sir log in 5 minutes before, I log in 5 minutes before, and sir say let's wait till 10:05. So that doesn't mean that we have to wait for you guys or we are waiting for you. We can wait, that's not an issue, but on time is always late. So better try to be connect before the 5 minutes from the session time. So this was the thing. Now I'll start the session with the something phrasing or something important lines here, that sometime in my, sorry, 1 minute. Okay. Okay. Sometime in life everything goes very smoothly, like we are doing our life as usual. Approximately before March, everybody was going office, everybody was going to school, colleges, the lectures were as per the plan, everything is as per the plan. Okay. But and sometimes unexpected things happen, like immediately we got or suddenly we got the COVID-19 thing into the market or into the world, into the India as well, and everything has been stopped working in between. You cannot go outside your home, you cannot go to the college, you people cannot go to the office. Everything is unexpected, and the important thing is that knowing how to turn problems into the opportunity is the one thing. So your management, your college, even not your management, your college, even every college, every management, every education institute, every offices are trying to turn this problem into the opportunities. So they think that why our students should waste the time in by roaming here and there or watching the things on the mobile phone or the TV. So they started the conducting the online sessions for you guys. It can be educational, it can be inspirational sessions, it can be technological sessions. So this way we converted our problem into the opportunity. So now according to me, COVID is still a problem, but we people converted that problem into the opportunity to interact with each other over the technologies. And this is the best example we can see here, that now everybody is sitting at home, but we are still connecting with each other in a better manner. So that was the from my side. So now the thing came that okay, this session is basically for you guys who are in the second year or third year or final year students who are going to be join the company very soon, or maybe going to appear for exams or the placement exam basically very soon. So the question come into your mind, which tool and technology are we using currently in IT? Are we means here I'm appointing myself. Okay. So Atul, can you tell me that what are the technology you guys are using so that I can learn the stuff and can be can it can be helpful for me to get a placement? If I join an organization, what are the expectations from me? Very much important, because you are the freshers. We cannot say that okay, you if you don't know anything, we can still take it to you. That's not a case as of now. The market, the situation is very much changed. So we have some expectations from the freshers as well. And the last one, that is, what are the qualities you check before hiring any candidate? Definitely when I have to be appoint, I have to be select any candidate in my team, I see few of the things in that candidate so that I can know, okay, if I polish this guy a little bit, or I just guide this guy a little bit, what can he do, what he can do for me now. Okay, so this is what the all three questions which we are going to be discussed now. And about me, I'm Atul Grover, uh, currently working as a business analyst and a ServiceNow solution architect. I help my team to design the system. So if you say that how Zoom is working, how WhatsApp is working, how Gmail is working, how YouTube is working, so someone is there like me, or I say that I am the like I am the one of the I am the one of them who designed that particular software, that how this will be defined, how the database will be defined, how the network will be defined, how the front end will be defined, how user can log in, what are the requirements for the user login, everything we define. So we are as an architect define that particular stuff. And ServiceNow is one of the tool on which I am working from the last 5 years now. And I say that I am a ServiceNow architect because I'm helping my customers to build their application, their softwares onto that particular tool. Okay, so what is important for you? Okay, or maybe, or you can say, Atul, that I am not interested into the coding. Then what I can do? You can be a developer, you can be a test analyst, you can be functional consultant. You can see here, you can be architect, which is I'm working at point of time. You can be SME, domain or technology support engineer, quality auditors. These are very heavy words at point of view from your end. Definitely, I'm agree. When 2008, when I passed my MCA, these all words are very much heavy, very new for me. But as I move into the industry, I start getting these words actually meaning that okay, what is the meaning of this particular word or the designation or the position exists into this particular stuff. Okay, nowadays everything work as a AAS, as a service. So if I why I including these sites, I guess someone is pinging. Guys, can you stop putting the chatting, because every time I got a pop up on the top. If you have any
Uh,
question, just
Atulji, we are unable to
yes, sir.
see your screen. People are unable to see the screen.
1 minute. So let me try again.
Now it is okay. Now it is okay.
Is it fine, sir?
Now we can see it.
So
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, no problem, no problem.
okay.
Mm,
So I'll take you this part.
yeah.
So guys, basically these three questions are there which we want to be discussed in this particular slides. That number one, which are the tools and technology we are using in IT? It means you can ask this question to me as a IT person, that Atul, what are the technologies available into the market so that we can learn that technology and go into the market and get a job. If I join an organization, what are the expectations from me? Definitely, when someone hire you, guys, when someone hire any candidate, any resource, any person, any student into the market, they have some expectations as well. And the last one, that what are the qualities you check before hiring any candidate? Definitely, if I want to be hire someone in my team, I need some qualities to be checked. Is he a good listener? Is he good learner or not? What are his academic background as well? How he can be learned? How he can solve the problems? All these things I want to know from that particular person. So these are the main things, three things which we're going to be discussing now and will help you for the entering into the market. Okay, so you can be work like a developer, tester, functional consultant, architect, SME, or maybe support engineer, the quality audit risk compliance guys. So these words may be very much heavy for you at point of time. I understood, but these have their own meaning, their own designation, and their own work criteria and the selection criteria as well. But in this session, in the next 1 hour, we will discuss only the technologies which are available into the market, and by learn that technologies you can be get a job from the starting perspective. So now in market everything work as a AAS. It means like as a service. So we called as SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. That is ICE. SaaS stands for the software as a service. So now I open a question for you guys. You are using a Gmail. Are you paying anything for the Gmail? Or maybe if I say that, are you maintaining the Gmail by upgrading the Gmail to some other server or the clouds or maybe some other web services? The answer will be no. So answer is say, Atul, we are just using the Gmail in our mobile phone, we're using the Gmail in our laptops, and we're checking our mails, but we're not maintaining anything. It means we're not touching anything on the infrastructure part. The same way companies are giving a offer at point of time. So now if I say that if you want to build your own customization, if you want to change the Gmail as per your things, then you can take Gmail as a base, and then you can put your college email IDs on that particular stuff. You can make a group, you can customize a little bit on the things as a software, but you are not caring about the infrastructure part of that particular Gmail, that how to upgrade, how much data is required, how much server are required. These are not is your job. So nowadays company or the tools or the applications are offered as a service, software as a service. Now platform as a service. So I say that service now on which I am working at point of time is a software as a service. They are giving a inbuilt software. They are giving a software and say, okay, go and use the same as it is. No need to be change anything. I will take care everything in the background. It's infrastructure or anything. So if I say like you are coming to colleges, you are studying your courses, you are just paying for the service. Teacher come in your class, give you the lecture and go out. The same way semester goes and year goes and your degree has been completed. Are you worried about that? Where is my college? How the college's building is working? Who is taking care of the building part? We are not caring about this thing. It means we are just using that education service as a service for me. So we are the consuming it. Now the PaaS, platform as a service. It means if you want to build something onto that platform. So if I say that if I give you land and you start building your home, that is a platform for you. So land is a platform and you are building your own service. Someone build the shop, someone build the garage, someone build the maybe the flat, someone build the building, someone build the clubhouse, someone build the swimming pool. So this is platform as a service. So nowadays you can be download kind of a Android simulator on your on your laptops, and you can start building your own applications. Maybe due to COVID-19, people cannot go to the market, or they have to be go to the market and they have to be stay in the queue for a long time. So you can build a normal application, and you can add the shops name shops into the database, and you can ask people to register for the shops. And when their turn will come, they will get a message or the ring or the call from the shopkeeper, sir, your number is coming, please come and collect here, or come and please get your order from here. So that is called the platform as a service. And the last is IaaS as a service, that is migrate on it. So the simple example is that basically if you already you have a flat, okay, it means in flat is for me like a infra, okay, infrastructure is for me, so I'm using that as a service. You cannot do anything on that particular part. If you want to do, you have to pay something else for the same, but you can use that particular stuff as the infrastructure. And nowadays company offering this thing. So AWS is the best example of the IaaS, because they are saying go and use my cloud. How to update the cloud, how much to update the cloud, when to update the cloud, it's my headache, it's not your headache as an end user. So as of now, these three things are working into the market: SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. Okay. So guys, if you have any question, please unmute yourself and you can ask the question to me on the same time. Okay. So this is a very good slide for you guys to know that, okay, what are the tools and technologies currently available into the market, which are the hot cakes, which are for which companies are hiring. And definitely guys, you can learn these things at home, at least not the advanced level, but at the beginner level you can get the some knowledge from the Google or the YouTubes or the some other courses, and you can learn these things, and it is easy for you when you go into the market for a job. And now from the coming slides we will discuss few of these technologies, that what are these, what are the meaning of that technology, and how you can use that technology, and how you can learn that technology into the future. Okay. So the first one is, that is basically DevOps. DevOps says, this is the picture of the DevOps. DevOps basically, okay, I take a normal example for you guys. Let's say that I as a company want to launch a Gmail. It's on my Gmail. So what I will do first, I will plan something that how my Gmail will be look like. Then I will code that part. It means coding means I'll hire some developer and they will code me that how the front end will be there, how the inbox will be there, how the outbox will be there, how the sent item will be there, how the draft will be there. Then I build it. Build it means kind of I will club every code and build a kind of a exe format, and then I will test it. Okay, the way I want to be use this application, is it working the same way or not? That is called the testing part basically. And then I release for the beta testing basically. So I release for few of my friends. Okay, I'll say, okay, can you download this exe and do a kind of a test for me? I'm releasing for some of the users so that they can do the real time testing and give me the feedback. And then finally I deploy into the production server when I got everything signed off. Okay, yes, everything is working fine as expected from the application which we built. Then I deploy into the production environment, and then it will be available for all of the world people. And then finally I operate. It means I do the maintenance part. Definitely enhancement is always be required. So if I take example, when I start my journey in 2008, I learned, I know only few stuff from my MCA studies, but going year by year, year by year, now I a lot of things in my mind, in my concept as well. That is, I'm operating myself, I'm enhancing myself again and again with the new technologies. And finally I am monitoring. When I go for the interview, I monitor myself. Okay, how much I know, how much I don't know, what are the concepts I don't know in the interview, so that I can learn that thing. And to work on the DevOps part, these is the life cycle for the particular stuff. So you can say something like this: code, build, test, release, deploy, operate, and monitor. And for every section, you can see for the coding part, you have the Confluence, Jira, and Git. Definitely you people hear about the GitHub. Jira is a tool which is be required, which can be used for the storing part of the code. Then build. Building is basically you can when you club everything into the one place. That is SBT and Maven is one of the tool. Then for testing, you have the Selenium JUnit. These are the again tool for the automation of the testing purpose. Release Jenkins when you want to deploy these changes into the next level of environment. Deployment finally into the production environment, you can use the Docker, AWS, operate Chef, Ansible, and Kubernetes. And finally monitor Datadog, Splunk, and the Nagios. Basically these are the tools which help you to monitor that, okay, how much time my one query is taking to be execute, so that you can be enhance that particular stuff. In short, DevOps person is the one who know each and everything and at least know one of the tool for every of the these 6 to 7 life cycle. But guys, remember, these are not the limited tools. I just pick up this image to show you that, okay, this is the way that we can use. But actually into the market, a lot of tools are available for any of these sections actually. So for the coding, you can the Git, Jira, SVN Tortoise, for the build, Maven, and other kind of the maybe the these things I can say. Scripting language you can use for the building part as well. So you can be start learning as a DevOps as a beginner that what is the meaning of the DevOps. So okay, I'll pick up one more thing. Why the DevOps come? DevOps is the combination of the two words, dev and ops. Dev means development, ops means operation. So it means if a person who know the development and the operations means this thing, enhancement and the modding, then I say that this guy is the DevOps guy, and these are the tools part of that particular DevOps. So any question till this point? Your silence is saying that your everything is all clear, not a clear as well. So guys, please be open for the questions, and I want to tell you one more thing in this
Atulji,
discussion.
Atulji,
Ji sir, ji sir.
can we take questions at the end?
Sure, sir. No problem, sir.
No problem, huh?
We can.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And I was telling one more thing, guys. Please, in this discussion, if you ask any question, even though it is been not the right question, nobody will going to be scold you at the end of the day. Don't worry, even your sir will not scold anything, because the thing is that if you ask question, definitely then you will can learn more things. So don't stop asking the questions. Please note down your questions in the end, at the end of the session.